In this video, I'm going to be going over how I located the two batteries I'm going to be using on this Montauk underneath the center console. Couple of interesting points. C-Choice makes a tray for dual 27, group 27 batteries. I'm using group 24. They fit quite comfortably in there, but it gives you a way to strap these batteries down. And I didn't want to put battery boxes in here because I wanted to take up as little room as possible. One of the challenges is going to be cutting these floorboards, I guess you could call them, down the sides so they'll fit around the battery tray. And then even more importantly than that, I want to seal them. The last owner put these together. I don't know what quality or type of plywood he used. I'm going to assume it's marine grade, but that's probably a bad assumption. So I'm also going to seal these using the TotalBoat sealer, wood sealer, and it's actually a pretty good product. That it's also used to take old wood that maybe is starting to decompose a little bit and fill in the crannies, harden it up, and give it some more years of useful life. By the way, the first thing I got to do is measure this and devise a cutout. I'm going to take this off, and once I know I have a good cut on these and they fit, then I'm going to go ahead and apply the TotalBoat sealer. Alright, so here's a different perspective without the batteries. That's the C-Choice tray. It's designed to hold two Group 27 batteries. I've got Group 24s, which is all I need with the 70 horsepower Yamaha. It comes with a strap. You'll see how it looks like with batteries in it. So what I've done is I've pre-drilled the holes and added some sealant to the bottom of the tray. Screwed it in 1 inch, 10 by 1s work fine on this. And it does cover up a little bit of the tunnel access hatch, but not a lot, just the very edge of it. And here's an outside view. You can see the sealant, and that's fine. I'm just glad I got enough sealant in there to keep the water out. So anyway, that's what it looks like, and hopefully it'll do a good job of holding the batteries in. All right, so what I'm doing is measuring the clearance I need, or how much I have to cut off. Basically, I'm going to go 8 3/4 from the end, and also from the back. Go 13 1/2, 13 1/2. And I'll mark that here. So 8 3/4. I've already got some marked lines on here. 13 1/2, 13 1/2. And do the same for the other side. Alright, so I'm going to use this cup. It's got all these little handy graphs. I'm actually going to use the ounces so that I can measure a 2-to-1 concentration. I'm going to go for 6 ounces. So 4 ounces of the resin. Actually, that's 5. Oops. So let me do this. 6 ounces of the resin and 3 ounces of the hardener. Now it does say to mix this well for 2 minutes, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so it's been about 2 minutes. This is very, very thin, which is good because that's what we want. Now it does say to use a brush or a roller, actually a roller foam, but I'm going to use a brush, and it says to put it on pretty thick so that it has an opportunity to soak in. So I'm layering it on here fairly thick. And again, the whole purpose is to seal this. It is very thin, which gives it the opportunity to soak into the wood. What doesn't soak in is going to leave a nice hard shell on the outside, so hopefully make everything nice and waterproof. This is a 1-coat deal, so try to get it right with 1 coat. And since it is very light, it drips. I don't want to waterproof my shoes, so I'm stepping back. Get some to go into that crack. One thing I've noticed, the person that owned this boat, when they prepared this, they actually filled in a lot of the cracks in this plywood with a wood filler, which is pretty good, at least. Helps preserve the wood. Alright, now we're going to flip these. So pot life on this is 20 minutes. Full cure at 85 degrees is 2 days. So I'm hoping it'll be cured enough tomorrow to handle. If not, we're gonna let it sit. It'll be out here for 2 days. We'll see how well it does. I've watched it soak in. It really is getting a good soak. I'm gonna set this down because it's literally hot enough to almost burn my hand, but not quite. So let's set this aside and we'll come back probably tomorrow, see how it's cured. If it hasn't, we'll give it another day. Alright, so it's been 2 days and I've given it enough time to cure. Unfortunately it rained last night, but then again, not a bad thing because none of the water soaked into the wood, and that's what we had hoped for. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in a boat, but before I do that, in case you're wondering if epoxy that's been thinned out, or as thin as that is strong. It is. I left this. I know it's kind of a wasteful thing, but it's actually a kind of an art object at this point. But it is definitely a strong epoxy. So once that soaks into the wood, especially if you've got old rotten wood, it's going to do a good job in sealing it up and giving it strength. I'm going to put these in the boat and set them down, just see what they look like, and give you a shot of that. And here's the finished product. Batteries are in place, floor is in, waterproofed. Pretty happy with the way this has come out. Next steps is going to be getting cabling done. Basically engine power and then console power. So I'm actually working on the consoles. The next video will be me putting the consoles in. And it's been sealed. Anyway, I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it has, hit share and like, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the button right there. Thanks for watching.